Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and do a episode 2 and 3 review of Blood of Zeus season 2. Before I get into this video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. Thank y'all so much. So, I've said it, before on this channel that, I was really a fan of the season 1 Blood of Zeus. And and at that time I wasn't, obviously my channel wasn't created when I watched the first season of Blood of Zeus. So obviously when, the formation of my channel and so forth, and I've made multiple videos in the past about, what is taking Netflix so long to make a season 2. And obviously I discussed it in the first episode review that I did on my channel, that, apparently season 2 was coming out and there was like no promotion whatsoever. Like we got none promotion. Like I think I found out like 3 days or something before that Blood of Zeus season 2 was coming. And I'm like, where, we should have gotten like, I don't know, X-Men 97 promotion of Blood of Zeus season 2 coming out. Like first of all, this like the series in and of itself, if we're talking about like season 1 and so forth, now the 3 episodes that I've watched of season 2, this is a really good series. Like, and it makes me kind of like upset with Netflix that like this show is not getting the proper praise. I mean, it's getting praise. Like if you go like on Rotten Tomatoes and things like that, like it has like I think 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. Like the show is really really good so far. And but the issue is that like it's not really being talked about a lot compared to like obviously like an X-Men 97. There's not a lot of trends about it, and it's upsetting because I do, as I continue watching it, because I do think I'm gonna really really like this season. I watched 3 episodes so far. I do want there to be a season 3 already, knowing that like, so far the story is keeping me hooked and I'm here for everything that's happening in the storylines. It are really interesting. And I really hope that there is a season 3, but the issue is that, it depends on whether Netflix can make up those watch time hours, if they're going to bring in the casual fans. And a show like this should be able to bring the casual fans because it has really good storylines. But the issue is that Netflix didn't really promote the show, which is upsetting to me. Because I think shows like this really, really deserve so much like an audience, a fan base, because I really think that this is I've been a Greek mythology fan since I was like in middle school, so I want this to do well. But I will say this though, if y'all are looking for, I did create a playlist. So if y'all go to my channel right here, Ronnie Lipton, and y'all go to my playlist right here, you see I've created a playlist for the season 2 review. I'm not sure if I'm going to do season 1 review of Blood of Zeus because I think because time has just passed so much that I don't really want to. Oh great, look at this, I misspelled reviews. I will correct that. I'll correct that. But yes, I don't know if I'm gonna do season 1 reviews, but I do suggest y'all to go watch season 1 and then watch season 2 because I think season 2 has, season 1 first has a lot of backstory, and then on top of that, season 2 is just like woo woo woo, like it's like oh, and I'm like oh. But anyway, so I'm gonna put episode 2 and episode 3 together in one video for this video. For the next episode, I don't know if it's gonna be a single or I might put episode 4 and 5 together. It depends. But let's see how it goes. But yes, so okay, let's just get to let's talk about episode 2 a little bit, and then I'm gonna mostly discuss episode 3 for this video. But episode 2 basically was mostly about like the trial of Seraphim. Listen, Hades was really trying. He was trying his best with Seraphim in season 2. I mean, in episode 2, sorry. Like, he was just like, listen, like, I can help you get out of here. I can help you not, burn for an eternity in the underworld. Like, you just need to follow my orders. I can understand where you're coming from. And Seraphim was not having it. He was like, Hades, you can get the fuck up out of my face, okay? I am done kneeling to you mofos. I'm done, following directions, following orders from you, from Hera, from Zeus, from this, from that. At the end of the day, my life sucked on earth, and I made everybody's life miserable on earth as well, because mine was miserable. And at the end of the day, it's all y'all fault. I'm done with it. Hang it up, flat screen, pack it up. And Hades was like, listen, I'm telling you, like, you at the end of the day, I can give you a way out. At the end of the day, you already know you're going to hellfire and brimstone, okay? You're going to hell, okay? You're going to hell, okay? So the least that you can do is be on my side. I need you to do me a favor. But Seraphim was not, listen, Seraphim was very adamant. I actually thought in like episode 2, like he was going to like give in, especially since like he was going to hell, like, and on top of that with the trials and the kings of the underworld were, basically, giving Seraphim a rundown on like a lot of the sins that he has committed on earth. And Hades was just sitting there looking like, and then Seraphim was just like, listen, I don't give a fuck, put me in the underworld, let me burn, I'm done kneeling. Like, at the end of the day, y'all are supposed to be quote unquote gods, God forbid, I mean, God forgive me, but y'all supposed to be all these things, but yet y'all are worse than me. So Seraphim was not having it. He was not having it. He tried to fight, but then again, listen, you can't fight against, these super powerful people. He got his ass beat. Hades was just like, so let's discuss Hades. Hades, listen, Hades wants his family. Hades wants his family. Hades wants, how do you say her name? How do you say her name? Hold on, let me see. I'm already forgetting his wife, okay? And it's just like at this point, Hades has been burned. I'm glad. What I really enjoyed about especially episode 3, I'm glad they kind of got into the backstory of Hades. Because obviously, listen, and I said this before, if you're thinking about, Hades in the format of, you know what I mean, like, Hercules, Disney, Hercules, that sort of thing. If you're not like a Greek mythology kind of girl, you're not gonna really know too much about him. Persephone, yes, Persephone. That's Hades' wife. So like, if you're like going from an aspect of like, the watered down version, the mainstream media version of Hades, you're gonna think that, oh my god, like he's the devil, like he's like Satan and things like that. But like in Greek mythology, it's a little bit more nuanced, and there's a lot of backstory to Hades. And and especially in episode 3, they really go into how Hades didn't even want the realm of the underworld. He did not want to be the ruler of that. Like, he was put there by Zeus. The underworld basically made him very miserable. He didn't want to be there. He aged a lot. And he wanted out. And I think I think that scene where Hades falls into the water, like, I think the part where he's like, he falls off, like he purposely, throws himself off a cliff. I don't know if he was trying to commit suicide on that scene. Y'all can explain that to me in the comment section below if he was trying to commit suicide. But he really wanted a way out. He wanted out. And then until he saw Persephone, he thought, he really saw her as like the most beautiful woman in the world. It's a lot. Listen, episode 3 was like really got, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Episode 3 was just like, I was looking at this, I was like, oh my god, like this is just so insane to me. Like, everybody in this show is just like, but yeah. So Hades at first hides himself from Persephone, and he, is very smitten by her. And, you know, Hades also talks to Persephone from like the shadows. At first, he didn't really introduce himself to her. I will say this though. I'm sorry, I keep jumping back and forth. Even though, like, Hades is very genuine, especially when he's talking to Seraphim about his backstory and why he wants Seraphim to help him, there's also a factor of like emotional blackmail here too. Like when I was watching this, I was like, yes, I get you, Hades, but at the same time, you're also blackmailing Seraphim. Like you're using Seraphim's love life with the priestess, as well to correlate it with you and Persephone. It's like at the end of the day, Seraphim already told you no multiple times. Like he does not want to help you. He rather burn. He rather be, burning up for you, baby. He rather be burning up in hellfire and brimstone than to be helping any of the Mount Olympus, deities. He's like he's done with it. So of course, even me, I knew that Hades had to go deep. Like he had to be more emotional with his methods in order to recruit Seraphim for his plan. And going this direction and putting it in more context as to why Hades needs him really worked, and it worked on Seraphim. And this story between Hades and Seraphim is really like remarkable. And I do remember a little bit growing up when it comes to Hades stories. Like I've always heard, like I always read that Hades wasn't always like a bad person, but it was because Zeus and all these different things. But like to see it in Blood of Zeus and to see it like in film, like because for me I'm more of like a visual learner, so it was good to see this, and it was good to see the backstory and how did they come together and like the obstacles that are put in place between Seraphim and Hades. I don't have Ares picture here. His bitch ass. Ares is an asshole. He's an asshole. He deserves to get his ass beat. Listen, if you talk about a father's son and a father's son, no, a son's father and the son's mother, Ares is definitely his parents' son. Okay? He's definitely his parents' son. He's definitely Zeus's son, and he's definitely Hera's son, because Ares was a molesting, rapey ass motherfucker. Okay? He tried to molest Seraphim because Seraphim's mother, Demeter, wanted to get her married to Ares, and Seraphim was just like, listen, Seraphim gives me a little bit more progressive kind of girl, like very much like like I'm trying to do my own thing, independence kind of kind of god kind of person. So, but and then Hades found out to be attracting too, and obviously Ares kind of got he got a birdie that Seraphim was probably seeing somebody, and he tried to molest her, and Hades came for the save and came in here with his cape and Captain Save a Ho, and Ares got his ass beat, and he was willing. Listen, Hades was about to mollywop Ares. Okay, let's be very clear. You're not about to mess with Uncle's girl. Okay, you're not about to mess with Uncle's girl. And then obviously Persephone was like, oh no, leave him alone. Let's just so Persephone, finally, that's actually the first time she sees Hades face to face. And, she, loved him and was smitten with him, and was, I would say, also had some gratitude for him saving her, because Ares was literally also about to beat Seraphim's ass. I was just like, Ares, are you serious right now? Are you serious, Ares? So she ends up going with Hades to the underworld. They end up sleeping together. I don't know. I think they eloped. And then here comes okay, so there's a part here where Persephone, she was about to eat a fruit, and then from the underworld, and Hades was like, listen, do not eat anything from here, because if you eat anything from the underworld, you are bound to the underworld for an eternity. So here comes Demeter, Persephone's mom, and Demeter is just like, listen, let's go. What are you doing here? we need to go back to Mount Olympus. And Persephone's like, listen, like, mommy, I love you, but Hades, I want to be with Hades. And then Demeter was like, girl, you're not serious. You're not serious. No, like, you're not about to marry the freaking the guy of the leader of the underworld. Are you serious? So they were going back and forth. Then Persephone ends up, doing like a big step. These young kids. She takes the fruit. She swallows 6 seeds, and Demeter is just like heartbroken. And then Zeus ends up deciding that because Persephone swallowed 6 seeds, that she will have to spend 6 moons in the underworld and 6 moons in Mount Olympus. So Demeter, during the time that Persephone stays in the underworld for those 6 moons, Demeter basically makes Earth's life a living hell for that time that her daughter is away. And then obviously when she comes back, things are okay. But the issue is that now Demeter also has children with Hades, 2 kids. And Hades is not over it. He's over it. He's like, listen, I'm tired of my wife being taken away from me forcibly for 6 freaking moons. And then I have to wait all this time for her to come back to be with not only with me, but be a mother to my children. So Hades wants his wife back. He wants his family back, and he's willing to do anything, at any means as necessary to get Persephone back. And in a way, you can't blame him for this. This is when he's really found a lot of happiness, and especially with Persephone coming into his life. And it's unfortunate, but I will say it's going to be especially in the beginning of episode 3, where, what is his name? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Zeus's other son. Well, I forgot. Why am I forgetting his name? He said that where is the Lord of the Underworld? It's gonna be very interesting how they are gonna approach Hades, and this it's because it's gonna come to a real it's gonna be really bad. It's gonna come to a confrontation between Hades and the folks on Mount Olympus, and it's gonna be a battle, and it's gonna be very interesting to see who's on whose side. And obviously Seraphim is gonna be on Hades' side, but it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens here. I'm interested to continue watching. It's a lot, and there's a lot of information. So this is Demeter, who is Persephone's mom. She was highly upset, and Persephone does love her mom, but Hades is her husband, and plus the father of her children. So Demeter has an axe to grind, and you best believe, and I do believe, that Demeter is definitely gonna be on Heron's, or the people on Mount Olympus' side in this battle, because it's gonna be a huge battle. It's gonna be a huge battle. I can really feel it in my bones. But I cannot wait, because this series is so interesting. Has just so many complex characters and complex storylines, and I can't wait. I really hope this gets renewed for a 3rd season. But then again, it's like, even if they do get renewed for a 3rd season, Netflix is just gonna take like more and more of their time yet again to give us a season 3. So, but I guess I'll be here for it in whatever year it comes out, maybe 2030 at this point. But yeah, y'all guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do y'all guys feel about episode 2 and episode 3? Are y'all on Hades' side, or do y'all guys think Hades is justified in his deeds and what he's doing here, and how he's recruiting Seraphim? And actually, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I hope that Seraphim goes back to his human form, because his human form was so fine. Honestly, all of them are fine. Like, all of them, like Hades and Seraphim, they're just so good looking. All of them are good looking. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. And do you guys feel like Blood of Zeus has been lowballed in the promotion aspect of things? And do you guys feel like it should be getting the same amount of hype and clout as something like an X-Men 97? Y'all guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.